Kingdom Hearts 4. Yeah, nothing's really coming out of Kingdom Hearts 4 for a while now, so in order to entertain myself a little bit, and at least one other person out there, I'm going to be ranking every single Kingdom Hearts game that has come out so far. And when I do that, I want to give at least in 2 or less sentences the reason why I'm ranking it the way I'm ranking it. And obviously, I'm going to leave the numbered titles for last. So I'm just going to start with like the first one I see here. Recoded, D tier. Ends with a D. So it made me think of the D tier. But thinking about, just the whole gameplay structure of Recoded and everything about that. It's stuck on the DS and the story's really repetitive. I don't really mess with it, I can't lie. 1.5. 1.5 was the first Kingdom Hearts game I played. And for that reason, I'm going to nostalgia bait myself, okay? I'm going to put this on S tier. You got Kingdom Hearts 1. You got the movie. Recoded the movie. And then, what was the third game on this disc? There was a third game. Never mind, I was wrong. It comes with 358 over 2 days, the movie, and then Rechain of Memories. So, you get quite a few different games. 358 over 2 days itself is a good game. For that reason, I'm going to place it at A. Even though that game is stuck on the DS, just like Recoded, it has a better story. It has a better story, in my opinion, and then it also has better gameplay. I really like the inventory system. They did something different with that. But going back to 1.5 for a second, this is more than 2 sentences, but it was on the PS3. I'm obviously there's a 1.5 plus 2.5, so there's no reason to really separate them. But if we're talking about the separate games they came with, speaking of 2.5, A tier. I love Kingdom Hearts 2. You got Recoded with it and Birth by Sleep. This is just all around phenomenal. It's just 1.5 deserves S tier because I have that nostalgia factor to it. It's my first game, okay? 2.8. 2.8 is gonna hit S tier. It's the game that came out for the weight of leading up to Kingdom Hearts 3. You got 0.2. I don't know why, but I just love the aesthetic and feel of 0.2 for what it is. Exactly what it is. I know it has its faults, but what it is and the way it feels and the amount of times I played it leading up to 3 was phenomenal. And then you got the Dream Drop Distance, HD collection. It was a part of the collection. And then you got the Unchained Key movie. So there's those to really keep in mind, like that came with 2.8. 2.8 was probably the smallest out of like the 1.5 and 2.5 whole thing, but it was the game that held me over leading to 3. Speaking of Dream Drop Distance, I had the pleasure of playing this game, obviously, with 2.8, as I said, but then I also played it on the DS. The game, it's very clearly a DS game, but, the 3D aspect of it, you could turn the 3D screen on, that was cool, but beyond that, the controls were, there's only one joystick on the DS, like the 3DS. It's very, very limiting. So I'm going to give it a C. At least it's not stuck on the DS, like Recoded, but it's on something that looks a little bit better, like the 3DS. Birth by Sleep. I think people give a lot of flack to Birth by Sleep, and I'm actually really torn on where to put it. I don't want to put it on F because it's not the worst Kingdom Hearts game, but I don't think it deserves B either. I think I'm honestly going to put it on par with I'm going to put it in C for the same reasons I put Dream Drop Distance there. Kind of, limited with the one Joy-Con. This was a PSP game. It was limited, and, it's Birth by Sleep. I think the reason It's fairly valid. Union Cross, I'm going to give it a B. I played this game basically 1 year after it started, up until it ended, basically. It was the only consistent Kingdom Hearts thing in my life, because I was always playing it. There was a few times where it had some really low lows, but the high highs were really high, and I really liked how high the highs were. Alright. Chain of Memories. So not including it a part of like the 1.5 whole thing, I'm genuinely going to give this game, I'm going to put it on the D tier. Okay? I'm going to put it on the D tier because it's the one game that has been a part of like a 1.5 remake, but I still haven't played it because I just, like, I'm not willing, like, it's 100% a personal issue, right? Like, I'm just not willing to learn how to play the game. I'm sure if I really try, it would be fairly simple, but since I haven't, it's been like a unpleasurable experience. But I know it's like a decent game, which is why I'm not just throwing it on the F tier. Alright, which one is this? What does that say? Here. What does it say? Dude, what is this? Alright, I guess I'll put rechain here, chain there, because, bias? Anyways, Melody of Memory. Well, VCast technically should be up here, but this is the VCast logo. I mean, obviously it deserves to be up there, but I'm keeping this semi-serious, so I'm gonna put it in the do not care category. It's not even a full Kingdom Hearts game, but it is a Kingdom Hearts game. Why is Missing Link not on here? I played Missing Link. I think I should be, I deserve to be able to actually put it on the list. Whatever. Melody of Memory. My heart wants me to put it on F because of the way they treated this game. The way, not the way it was developed. It was developed with love, but it was not taken care of correctly. And D, I mean, I didn't have a unpleasurable experience playing the game. But at the same time, once you do everything in the game, there's nothing else to do. Which is like true for any game, but for a rhythm game, not being able to make your own maps, like you know, your own levels and stuff, and the lack of updates, and the whole mid multiplayer thing they made. I don't know. I'm honestly gonna put this in C. I played this entire game like for the story in one sitting, in 8 hours on a stream. That's actually still up on my YouTube channel. Okay, if you guys want to take a look at that. It's a while ago though. I'm not sure if I behave the same. All right, Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3. Kingdom Hearts 1, S tier. This game has stood up against every other game on this list. And it's the first game that started it all. The story, the gameplay, the music, all revolutionary. This one game here spawned everything else so far on this list, including VCast. So because of that, it's just automatically, you can't, there's no way to really dock it down. You can only really dock it up. You know what I'm saying? Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't hate this game whatsoever. However, do I think it's overrated? Not really. Do I think people act like it's overrated? Not really. Do I think like people act like it's the best game that's touched this planet? A little bit. It's a phenomenal game. It's gameplay. I honestly want to put it back on S. I just feel like this is supposed to not reflect the opinion of the people. It's supposed to reflect my opinion. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm saying in the ranking of the games, low key, it's a really good game. It's an A game. I started playing my critical mode save file recently on 1.5 plus 2.5, and I was like in awe at like how smooth the game was. I totally forgot how smooth the game runs because it's just been so long since I've touched Kingdom Hearts 2. But for me, it's not the game that it is for everyone else, which is why I'm putting it on A. Now, we only have one option, and there's only one tier I haven't touched. That's because I'm lying. It's 2.8. No, I'm kidding. This is obviously an exaggeration. Low-key a joke. Kingdom Hearts 3, I want to put it on S tier. Why? I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is a phenomenal game. It's like, no doubt, my favorite game in the entire franchise. The gameplay, the updates that came out with a Remind and everything, like, it doesn't matter if you include that or exclude that, my opinion stays the same. It's a phenomenal game. The story is exactly what the story needed to be. Yes, it could have been better, but 2's story could have been better. One story, you can't really dock one story because it was the original. Every other game on this list, you could make the argument that the story could have been better. The story was exactly what it needed to be, but I feel like too many people wanted 3 to be just like 2, but the whole point is that it's an iteration, and it's an iteration that not everybody enjoyed, right? And I'm not saying that you can't say that you hate 3, you totally can, but at the same time, for my reasonings, you know, like I said, I started with 1.5. 1.5 and like around 2.5, I don't know, 2013 is when Kingdom Hearts 3 got announced. I had recently started the Kingdom Hearts games back then, so obviously I've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 the entire time I've been a Kingdom Hearts fan. So it just has a special place in my heart, and I love the entire aesthetic of every world in it. I love the way that the story flows in some ways, and I hate the way the story flows in others. But I feel like everything on this list has a reason to go up one level, and everything on this list has a reason to go down one level. You know what I mean? If I am going to say, like, unbiased, what is the best game of all time, like, for Kingdom Hearts, it's probably Kingdom Hearts 1. But that's just a stupid tier I made for it as a joke. But yeah, beyond that, I'm not wrong. Your opinion is wrong.